buenos días, mi gente. Espero que esté bien el día de hoy. Espero que esté bien el día de hoy. And if you haven't read the caption as of yet, today's class is going to be on popular idioms. Idioms, that's right. Idioms, modismos. Wait around here for a few of the students to show up, and we will begin. Señor, muy buenos días.
Buenos días, señora. ¿Cómo
¿Qué
está?
tal? Estoy muy bien. ¿Y tú?
Bien, gracias, señor.
Excelente. Genial, genial. Bueno, el día de hoy tenemos idioms. We're going to translate idioms, a few famous idioms. Now, there are hundreds of idioms. ¿Cómo?
Maravilloso. Me gusta idioms.
Excellent. Now, there are lots. There are hundreds of idioms, and we don't have enough time to go over all of the idioms that we have in here today. But let's start off with a little bit of vocabulary. Modismos. Modismos. What does that mean? ¿Qué significa modismos?
Significa modismos como idioms, como in English, a bird in the hand is better than one in the bush.
Ajá. Exactamente, exactamente. Muy bien, muy bien. Modismos, idioms. Modismos. All right. So we all know in natural language, we speak in with a lot of modismos. Like you said, a bird in the hand beats two in the bush, right?
Sí, señor.
Let's see. All right. Okay. Let's see. Uh-huh. So, any other idioms that you know?
Time flies.
Uh-huh. Time flies. Okay. All right. So this is what we have to know when we're translating or when we're learning another language. We have to know about idioms because there are some things that you don't translate word for word, and it helps us to understand how the language works. It helps us to think in the language when we're using idioms, right?
Sí, señor.
That's one thing what we want to do. We want to know how to think in the language as opposed to always trying to translate in the language. I have a few good idioms we'll start off with, and I think you'll enjoy them. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so here we are. As a matter of fact, let's do this. We will go ahead and yes, we can do that. We'll go ahead and begin with the first one you said. And it may be other ways to say it, but these are ways that I know a few idioms, okay? You said a bird in the hand beats two in the bush, right?
Sí.
All right, so let's start off with that one. Bird in the hand. How would you translate that? Give it a try, or do you already know?
Una ave en un mano. I don't know how to say. ¿Cómo se dice beat in español?
Ajá, golpear.
Golpear.
Sí.
In el, is it derramba? ¿Cómo se dice bush? Derramba?
La mata.
La mata.
Sí. Okay, all right. Good try. But this is the funny thing about idioms. We can't really try to translate them and make them have the same meaning for the word things, okay? So,
Sí.
más vale pájaro en mano que ciento volando. Más vale pájaro en mano que ciento volando.
Más vale pájaro en mano
que ciento volando. So let's look at that. Más vale pájaro en mano. A bird in the hand is worth more than 100 flying. Ciento volando. 100 flying, right?
Sí.
Más vale pájaro en mano que ciento volando. That's how you would say that. A bird in the hand beats two in the bush.
So,
Bird
pero
in the hand.
en este caso, cambian dos a 100.
Sí. Pero, yes, exactamente. Pero don't
Pero,
think of it like that. Just
don't
think
think of
of the whole phrase together. Más vale pájaro en mano que ciento volando.
Okay. Ok, una pregunta, señor.
Sí.
En este caso, tú deletrear si en cientos, y usa palabra cientos, ¿no?
Ciento.
¿Por qué no usa palabra 100?
Okay, because we're not talking about exactly the number 100. We're saying
Okay.
100.
Hundreds.
Yeah, 100 or 100. We're not saying exactly the number 100.
Sí.
Okay,
Sí.
so what we're it's not exactly we're saying 100. Okay, we're saying 100. So that's the best way I can describe it for you.
Entiendo.
Okay. Una vez más. Go ahead, say it for me. Have you repeat the phrase? A bird in the hand beats two in the bush.
Okay. Más vale parajo en mano que cientos volando.
Okay. So, pájaro.
Pájaro.
Sí, pájaro. Because the tilde is arriba de, por encima del A, ¿no? Sí,
Sí.
pájaro.
Pájaro.
Good. Sí, pájaro. Okay, muy bien. Let's see, what else can we have? Like I said, there are hundreds. I'm going to think of some good ones here. Okay. There's another one here. Look before you leap. Look before you leap. Look before you leap. Look before you leap. When we say look before you leap, what does that mean? We're giving someone advice to do what?
Mira, no.
No, I mean, if I tell you, look before you leap, what does that mean?
Think about it before you do it.
Exactly. Investigate it. Think deeply about it. Think about it before you do it. Right? Yes. Sí. Antes que te cases, mira lo que haces. Antes que te cases, mira lo que haces. Repítelo. Antes que te cases.
Antes que te cases.
Mira lo que haces.
Mira lo que haces.
Antes que te cases, mira lo que haces.
Ok, señor, ¿tienes un PDF para la clase de hoy, no?
Sí, tengo un documento. Puedo enviarte un documento. Después de la clase voy a enviarte el documento. ¿Qué te parece? ¿Qué te parece? What's that mean? Remember that phrase?
¿Qué te parece? What to you it seems? ¿Qué te parece?
It's like what you think. It's asking for your opinion. What you think? ¿Qué te parece?
Sí.
That can also be considered an idiom as well. Un modismo también. Porque we don't say, ¿qué piensas tú? We say, ¿qué te parece?
¿Qué te parece?
It's not exactly translating word by word, remember? Okay. ¿Qué te parece? What you think?
¿Qué te parece?
Antes que te cases, mira lo que haces.
¿Quieres, want me to repeat it?
Sí, repítelo, porfa.
Sí,
Antes
sí.
que te cases.
Antes que te cases,
Hold
mira
on.
lo que haces.
No antes. Antes is English. Remember your vowels. Antes.
Antes.
Antes que te cases.
Antes que antes que te haces, que casas, mira lo que haces.
Mira lo que haces.
Mira lo que haces.
Sí, sí, sí. Muy bien, muy bien, muy bien. A ver, listo. Antes que te cases, mira lo que haces. Ok. Let's see here. ¿Qué más, pues? So many. I want to make sure we pick out a few good ones. Okay. Okay. All right. Here's a good one. Yes. It was a good one. Yes. You ever heard the phrase, talk is cheap? Talk is cheap, motherfucker.
Okay, you want to keep your monetization in mind there. This is YouTube.
Yeah, I have my own self, what is it called? My own self editing. Talk is cheap, motherfucker. This is not the Samuel L. Jackson channel. Let's Learn Spanish TV. Talk is cheap. Give it a try before I tell you what it means. Try to think what you think of anything of that. Talk is cheap.
Hable Esperanto.
Okay. Almost. And here we have it. Las palabras se las lleva el viento.
Las palabras se las lleva el viento.
El viento. El viento.
El viento. El
Right.
viento.
Yes. Now, like I said, I want you to focus on the phrase itself and what's it mean as an idiom wise. So if you look in there and you see a few words and you say, what does el viento mean? I'm not going to tell you that. You can look it up on your own because I want you to focus on the phrase only. Las palabras se las lleva el viento. Say it again for me, please.
Las palabras se las lleva el viento.
El viento.
El viento. El viento.
Sí, el viento. Las palabras se las lleva el viento.
Las palabras se las lleva el viento.
Las palabras se las lleva el viento. Muy bien. All right. And in that line of questioning, let's look at another one, sort of similar to that. Here's a good one. Actions speak louder than words. Actions speak louder than words. Actions speak louder than words. See? Yes, see. Actions speak louder than words. A ver. Here we have it. Los hechos hablan más que 1000 palabras. Los hechos hablan más que 1000 palabras.
Los hechos hablan más que 1000 palabras.
Palabras, sí. Los hechos hablan más que 1000 palabras.
Los hechos hablan más que 1000 palabras.
Palabras. Palabras.
Palabras.
Muy bien, muy bien. Muy bien, muy bien. Los hechos hablan más que 1000 palabras. Okay, how many have we so far?
We've gone over, well, including ¿qué te parece? 5.
Excelente, excelente. Excelente. 5. All right. So now choose one, and I want you to choose one and create a complete example. Create a complete example. A brief example.
En español.
Someone says to you, let's see, someone says to you, I really wanted to be there for you, but I couldn't make it. I really wanted to be there for you, but I couldn't make it.
Okay. Estaré muy decepcionado, pero por lo tanto, hablaré o te hablaré. Los hechos hablan más que 1000 palabras.
Okay, okay. Otra vez, otra vez.
Okay.
Say it.
Okay. Los hechos hablan más que 1000 palabras. ¿Es correcto o no? ¿No?
Sí, los hechos hablan más que 1000 palabras.
Okay. So, okay. Okay. La palabra hechos. Hechos es un significa facts.
Sí.
Facts. So los hechos, facts. Pero este idioma no usa la palabra acciones.
Exactamente. Like I said, we're not going to translate stuff word by word. We're not going to focus on individual words. We're going to focus on the phrases, right?
Sí, señor.
Because if you say to someone who's learning English, let's look at it from the English angle, from the English as a next language level. So if I say to someone who doesn't know the modismo, and their English is not their first language, and I say actions speak louder than words, they're going to say, well, actions don't speak. You see what I'm saying? So that's why we don't focus on individual words, but we focus on the phrase itself and the meaning. We could say the hidden meaning.
Gotcha.
El sentido escondido. El sentido escondido.
Okay. Escendido.
El sentido escondido. El sentido escondido.
Repita la palabra último, por favor.
Sí. El sentido escondido.
Escondido. Hidden. Escondido. Okay.
Sí. El sentido escondido.
Okay, okay. So what you just said is basically a idiom then, a modismo.
Sí.
Sí. Escríbelo, por favor.
Sí. El sentido escondido.
Ah, there it is. Okay. The feel.
El sentido.
Okay, you said don't translate it directly. Okay, so I just got to accept that's what it is. That's what it means.
Sí, sí.
Okay.
Because el sentimiento means the feeling.
See. Escondido.
Mhm. El sentido escondido.
Okay.
A ver. Listo.
Okay.
And here's one I really like. This is one of my favorite ones. Kick rocks.
Okay.
Kick rocks. Alejarse de. That's just one verb. Alejarse de. Kick rocks. We know what we mean when we say kick rocks, right?
Right.
Doesn't seem like it may be a modismo, but it is. Imagine someone whose second language is English, or someone's third language is English, and you tell them, kick rocks. That's a command, right?
See.
What do you think they're going to do? If they don't know, if they're not familiar with this modismo, what do you think they're going to do?
If they're not familiar with get away from me, vete or largate, they're probably thinking you're telling them to actually go kick some rocks to injure themselves.
Exactly. They're going to bust up their toes. They're going to have hammer time.
Yeah.
So that's how we would say kick rocks. Alejarse de.
Alejarse de. Alejarse de. How's my pronunciation on that?
Alejarse de. Otra vez.
Alejarse de.
Muy bien, muy bien, muy bien. Alejarse de. So you would have to put that in a phrase to give them a command for them to get away from you, right?
Right, but would you have to conjugate that?
Yes, you do. Well, yes, in most cases you do. But at times, when you do give commands, you don't have to conjugate the verb, but we're going to focus on, yes, conjugating the verb.
So you would use the imperative here. You would use se aleje.
But it wouldn't be say because you're talking directly to the te, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. So how would you form the to command, the positive to command? Do you know how to positive to command?
Okay, the verb here without the reflexive would be alejar, no?
Alejar.
Okay, so the positive to command without the reflexive verb would be aleje, no? Aleje. No? Okay.
No. Okay, so let's do this. We'll do this. What we'll do is we'll review quickly the positive to commands. Okay?
See.
A ver. So let's go ahead. We'll start with the simple verb and we'll say hablar, right?
See.
With hablar, the to conjugation will be to hablas, no?
Habla, see.
Now the to command would be simply habla. So tell me what just happened there. If I'm going to tell you to speak and I speak and I'm telling you in the to command and I say habla, what's that mean? What just happened there? To
Okay,
the verb.
That's the you drop the
Go ahead, say it in Spanish. Say the letter in Spanish. You should know the alphabet by now.
ere.
Okay. You said we dropped the R.
See.
This looks like we dropped the R in there.
Ese. I was thinking of the definitive form. El ese.
Ajá, muy bien. Excelente. A ver.
Okay,
Okay. So
okay, okay. I'm gonna have to go back and study the imperative.
I want you to tell me, we're going to use the two commands here. This is very
Okay.
easy. I want you to tell me, eat your food. Tell me, eat your food. Eat your food.
Uh, eat your food. The infinitive form is comer. The to command would be come.
Eat your food. Tell me, eat your food.
Okay. Uh, hold on a second. Come tu comida? Alemanta?
Alemanta? What is alemanta?
Alimenta is food. I thought alimenta.
No,
That's
it's not food. Alimentación. Alimentación.
Alimentación.
But keep it simple. Just tell me, eat your food.
Come comida.
Eat your food. 3 words, right?
Sí, come tu comida.
Uh-huh. All right. All right. Be confident when you say it. Don't
Sí.
stop in the middle of your sentences. Don't have to talk like, what's his name? Yoda.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
One more
So
time. Eat your food.
come tu comida.
Right. Okay. So again, tell us what happens when we give the affirmative to command. One more time. What do we do?
In English, you have to use the to form of the verb, and you would drop the ls.
La S. La
La,
S.
la s.
Muy
La
bien.
s.
Muy bien. Muy bien. Okay. So now let's get
I'm
back
trying
to.
to learn this. Una pregunta. I
Sí.
have one question. Tengo una pregunta. Okay, so when I specifically say like drop the s, I have to use the article el. Not, or you say I'm using the article la, or it depends on the letter.
Use the article la.
Use the
La.
article la. Siempre. Siempre usar la article la.
Sí, sí,
Gracias.
sí, sí.
Gracias, señor.
La H
Gracias.
es muda. What's that mean? Remember that? La H es muda.
The H is silent.
Muy bien, muy bien. Sí. Oh, a ver. You learn a lot with me.
Sí, sí,
Okay.
señor.
Now,
Estoy de acuerdo.
let's go back to we're telling someone to kick rocks. How would we tell them that? We're forming the affirmative to command, right?
Okay. All right. But before I give my answer, because I know how to conjugate the verb in the informative to, but there's a reflexive verb, say there. So do I still have to use the say, right?
Yes, you do.
So I would I put it at the beginning or the end, since this is an idiom?
Okay. So what do we do with the two commands with do you know? What do we do with the two commands with reflexive verbs? What do we put
See,
with that?
that I don't know. That's why I'm asking the question.
So we attach it to the end of the verb.
Oh, so with the imperative with reflexive verbs, you attach the reflexive verb to the end.
Or the reflexive pronoun, yes. The reflexive
So
pronoun.
reflexive pronoun. And that is always the case.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Then, por lo tanto, mi respuesta es alejarse, 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 alejarse.
Okay. Remember, we're forming the to command.
Sí, forma la tu command de la palabra alejar es alejas.
Uh-huh. But what happens when we form the to command? What do? We take the S, we return to them, okay? Quitar la S,
Sí.
¿no?
Sí, que tal la S. Perdón, I didn't hear you.
What do we have? Si quitamos la S, what do we have?
Alejar.
Uh-huh. And it's the to command, right?
Sí, señor.
So what reflexive pronoun are we going to use for to?
Oh, reflexive pronoun, te. Te. So, alejarte. Gracias. Alejarte.
Uh-huh. But remember, we have the de, right? That pronoun,
Sí,
that preposición de, la de preposición, no?
sí, sí.
So what do you think we're going to put after de?
No sé, alejate
De.
de.
So who are you telling them to kick rocks, to get away from?
I don't know. I'm kind of confused at this point.
You're kind of confused. Aren't you telling them to kick rocks? When you tell someone to kick rocks, that means
Oh,
get away from you.
me.
Uh-huh. So
So
what's the
it's
confusion?
alejarte de mí.
Uh-huh. Say it.
Alejarte de mí.
Uh-huh. Exactamente. And that
Ah,
means
yes. Gracias. Alejarte de mí.
alejate de mí.
Alejarte de mí.
Uh-huh. Payaso.
Payaso significa clown, no? Oh,
Say it.
payaso. Okay.
Uh-huh. Bobo. Fool. Alejate de mí, bobo.
Bobo. No entiendo la palabra bobo.
It means fool. Bobo.
Fool.
Significa fool. Bobo, boba, fool.
Boba. Boba.
Significa fool.
Alejarte.
We're getting down to it today.
Sí, sí.
Alejate de mi boba. Alejate de mi bobo.
Boba. Boba significa fool. Bobo. So okay, bobo. Feminine and masculine form.
Femenino, masculino. Masculino, femenino. Right.
Sí.
Ajá, exactamente. Muy bien, muy bien. A ver, a ver. Okay. Moving along, moving along. Let's see what else we have. Okay, here's a good one. And there may be some regional phrases to even express this. It's raining cats and dogs. Woo! No puedo salir el día de hoy porque it's raining cats and dogs. How would you say that? It's raining cats and dogs. Heard that one?
Sí. Es lloviendo los perros y gatos y las
Okay.
gatos.
Okay. Well, you're giving it a good try. Muy bien. But remember, it's a modismo, so we're not going to translate the exact thing. So, llueve a cántaras. Llueve a cántaras. Llueve a cántaras.
Llueve.
Llueve a cántaras.
Okay, ¿qué significa la palabra cántaras? Cántaros. Is that
Okay.
cántaros?
Okay, so why are you worried about what it means?
Okay. Perdóname, señor.
We want to focus on the whole expression and
Sí.
know what it means to express ourselves, right?
Sí, señor.
All right. Está lloviendo a cántaras. Llueve a cántaras. Woo, it rains cats and dogs. Llueve a cántaras. Woo, it rains cats and dogs. Because believe me, if I said to someone whose first language is not English, it's raining cats and dogs, they're going to, if they're not familiar with los modismos that we have, they're going to say, I don't see any cats or dogs in the sky. What is this guy talking about?
Let's go to that.
So that's why we don't focus on what one word means. We just keep the whole phrase together, keep it together. It's the easiest way to do it. Great. Good libation in the morning. All right, all right. Let's see what we have here. How many are we so far? Give me a count, please.
I think that was, let's see. Well, kick rocks was number, let's see, hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm counting el sentido escondido. So that's
Sentido escondido.
So you got 8.
That's a bonus. That's a bonus one. We'll go ahead and give that a bonus. We'll say that's a bonus one.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna have to do, man, we got a lot more modismos here. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to do another one on modismos.
Yes.
We'll see. We'll see. So, oh yeah, I guess we'll put this as a bonus one as well. We won't really count this one because this almost says the same thing. Más vale un pájaro en mano que 100. Más vale pájaro en mano que 100.
Hermano, KCN, you said? KCN?
Que 100. Más vale pájaro en mano que 100.
More valuable is the bird in KCN. No entiendo.
Que 100. Que 100. Más vale un pájaro en mano que 100.
En mano. KCN.
What do you think that whole thing means? Más vale pájaro en mano que 100.
A bird is more valuable in the hand.
What type of modismo do we say? How do we say that modismo in English? Más vale pájaro.
A bird in hand is better than one in the bush. A bird in hand is.
Well, the one I learned was a bird in the hand beats two in the bush. I never heard of a bird in the hand is better than one in the bush.
Okay.
They taught me a bird in the hand beats two in the bush.
Okay.
So that's another way to say what you said earlier, right?
Sí.
Más vale un pájaro que mano. Más vale pájaro en mano que 100. Más vale pájaro en mano que 100.
KCN. So, well, I'm gonna try not to translate it. No, don't try to translate it.
Right, no. Exactamente.
Okay.
So, like I said earlier, it could be different ways to say some of the same modismo, right?
Sí, señor.
Excelente, excelente. Más vale pájaro en mano que 100. All right, a ver. Siguiente. Now we're going to say that's a bonus one, so we're not going to count that one as a modismo because that's just another way to say one we already covered in the beginning. Right?
Right.
Okay.
I'm trying not to overthink these idioms. So
yeah, don't overthink them. Don't ever
ask you a question about the word. I won't ask you a question about the word. Okay.
If you overthink them, that's where you go wrong, and you never learn to think in the language. That's your first mistake. Another mistake I've heard from quite a few people, students say in the beginning in learning language, they said, I'm just going to learn a bunch of vocabulary, and then I'm going to start trying to speak the language or understand the language. I said, yeah, that's one of the worst ways, and you'll never get over the hump of being able to communicate. Why do you think that is?
Well, according to one of my other teachers, and you know, Mr. Prince, he says that he told me that a while ago too, and so, but for me it was just very difficult to, because I think so logically. He said, don't worry about the meaning of the words. He said, learn how to say it correctly, like you're saying, like you keep repeating to me. So right. I'm trying to get over that because you both have told me that, and I'm trying to get over it. So I'm not focusing so much on vocabulary and the meaning of words. I'm focusing so much on the phrases and what the actual phrases mean.
Exactly.
See,
just like this. Say for instance, if you understand más, you learn the word más. Okay, that means more. Vale, worth. To be worth, it's worth or worth. Un pájaro, a bird. En mano, in hand. Que 100, then 100s. Or que, if you learn the word que, which could mean that or what, you really wouldn't know. Más que, that combination means more than.
Okay, but give me some.
Hold on. You see what I'm saying? For example,
yes.
How do you say more than?
Más que.
Right. Now, what does que mean? If you don't know more than is más que, what does que mean? Originally, you learned que means what or that, right?
Sí, señor.
So if someone says más que to you, you're thinking more what or more that? That doesn't make sense, right?
Absolutely.
And that's one of the traps that you set yourself up for when you learn just vocabulary. But that combination, mas que, means more than, not more what, more that. It's just like this one, I-K. What's that mean? I-K. Let's see if you learn that one.
It's necessary. I can necessary.
It's necessary, or one must, right? I-K. I-K luchar. What's that mean? I-K comer.
It's necessary that I eat. I can necessary.
Not I eat. It's necessary to eat, right? Comer means to eat.
Yeah, the infinitive form.
Or
And it's necessary.
I-K, one must eat, right?
See.
Okay, all right. So if you're thinking, oh, well, I learned the vocabulary word que means what, and I learned the vocabulary word means que can also mean that, and then you learn the vocabulary word I, and then you say, oh, I means there is or there are, right?
Right.
So if you say there is that to eat, does that make sense? There is that to eat. Does that make sense to you?
Not at all.
Not at all. So that's why we don't focus on one word translation. We focus on building your vocabulary. We focus on speaking and learning phrases. Because if I say, now you understand, hay que comer, right? That means one must eat. It's necessary to eat.
See.
But if someone who just sat there and learned vocabulary, hint, Duolingo, they'll just be like, well, hey, I'm not getting the meaning. Okay. Moving along. A ver. No. Oh, I'm sorry. Let well enough alone. Let well enough alone. Let well enough alone. Let well enough alone. All right. So, let well enough alone. No le busques tres pies al gato. No le busques tres pies al gato.
Okay.
You see how let well enough alone is not translated with the words that you would think?
Not at all.
Exactly. So that's why, my friend, mi amigo, mi querido estudiante, when we're translating things, we learn phrases. No le busques tres pies al gato. No le busques tres pies al gato. All right.
See.
Excelente. How many is that for us today?
That's number 10.
Okay. Well,
that includes the bonus too.
Okay, good. All right. Well, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we can end it with those. Those are plenty of new modismos you can use to practice. I'm sure you have a lot of people you can give to advice in life. There are a lot of people in life who need advice. So you can use these modismos to give them advice. We also remembered how to give the affirmative to command, right?
Yes, that's very helpful. I needed to know that. Thank you.
So next class time, what I want you to do is I want you to tell me a story when you told somebody to kick rocks. Because they came up to you were filling up your car in the gas station, they came to you with some old nonsense, and you say, hey, aléjate de mi bobo.
Kick rocks.
Yes. I guess that's my favorite. What's your favorite?
I don't really have one at this moment. I'm just kind of curious as to learning more. Well, of the ones that we did today,
yes. Which
I
to you the most?
I have to say it's going to be "Que te parece," and that's because see, and that's because it's something I can use. What do you think? What do you think? "Que te parece"?
Good. Say it again.
So, "Que te parece"? I'm trying to say it with a little bit more confident and fluency.
Okay. Muy bien. That's it. ¿Qué te parece? It's like you're asking a question. ¿Qué te parece?
See.
Ask me the question.
That's the one I can actually use in actual conversation.
Oh, good.
That's why it's my favorite.
Muy bien. ¿Qué te parece?
¿Qué te parece?
And you usually will hear someone say, me parece bien, or no me parece bien.
Me parece bien? Mm-hmm. Okay, then what does that mean? I don't want to try and translate it from what I'm hearing, but me parece bien.
It means, I like it, or it's cool, it's fine.
Well,
it's fine. Let's just say affirmative. Me parece bien. Or
Me parece
no me
bien.
parece bien.
Affirmative. I like it. Okay.
And the negative would be no me parece bien.
No me parece bien.
So if I
No
say
me.
vamos a comer una pizza, you might say to me, yeah, no me parece bien.
Sí, me estoy engordando.
Exactamente, no me parece bien. Or I might say, vamos a comer una ensalada César. You might say to me parece bien.
Well, yeah, but I like the pizza too, man.
whichever one you want. Whichever one.
Sí, señor.
All
Sí,
right.
señor.
Well, sir, I would appreciate your attendance of class today. Muchísimas gracias por su participación. And leave a comment at the bottom if you think of any other questions you have. You can go ahead and send me an email or message me on WhatsApp, okay?
Sí, señor. Gracias.
Ok, con mucho gusto, hermano, y nos vemos la próxima semana. ¿Listo?
Sí, nos vemos, señor.
Ok, chao pues. Paz.